Hello and welcome. Hi. So this is the very first live stream under this new format. Listen to that music. So these sessions, they really have no particular agenda. What tonight's about, or what these sessions are about, is just doing something creative every day. So it is, just designing something new every day. Like, that's the goal of this. It's it's called the Creative Hour, and the idea comes from, well, it really started from when I was a TAFE teacher, like a university lecturer type thing. And what I noticed was that, what did I notice? No one was doing any work. But like, further than that, it was, well, no, that's not right. What happened? Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter, the backstory of this. I've sort of tried to think of, some sort of big picture story, but it's just this idea of, our lives. Well, okay. When I'm actually a little bit nervous, and it's funny because I've done heaps of these now. I've taught heaps of classes. I don't know if I'm actually nervous. Just kind of don't know where to start. I guess what I want to do here, what I am doing here, is doing something creative for an hour every single day. Hence the name, the Creative Hour. And where this comes from is that when you're a creative person, you still have to make a living. And so then you go down, like, essentially commercial routes, unless you go into a fine arts. And I went down the graphic design route. And being a creative kid, like being this kid, being creative, drawing all the time and just loving it, like getting lost in it. Like, drawing was it was therapy in a lot of ways. And then you get to the age of about 15, 16, when career goals start to come into fray. And for me, it's just a natural progression to go into graphic design. Well, it seemed kind of natural, but I think for 20 years I've been sort of battling with it, is that it's so constrained. It's so constrained in a lot of ways. Is you've got these abilities to see relationships between things, and they do work really well in those areas. Actually, they work really well in a number of areas, lots of areas actually. And what I found is that initial vision, that those skills that brought me to the party, are kind of being hijacked quite a lot. And so now, sort of closing on 40, it's kind of like the fun of what originally got into this for, sort of dissipated. And it wasn't like the scale of the projects, like very interesting projects, but it seemed to, for me at least, I'm not talking about everybody this is how everyone's affected, but for me, it has made me think more than just create. And so what I mean by that is, I find that I'm rationalizing things a lot more, overthinking, overanalyzing, and using those in terms of my brain, because they're necessary in creative production. It's great to have an idea, but you've got to deliver it. And analytical and rational skills, really help. Well, they're necessary to do that. To come up with the idea and the generation, that sort of comes from somewhere else, somewhere more childlike than anything. And a lot of that can get shut out. Well, at least for me, it got shut out a lot well, sort of tapered down into, commercial. So what I'm going to do here, every day it's probably going to be from about 10:30, 11 at night to 12. Just do something, explore. There is no rhyme, there's no reason, there's no expectation, there's no outcome. There is no final deliverable, there is no expectation to do that. And the reason why I wanted to stream it is to help myself, well, to be accountable for this, this movement, to be accountable to myself, but to also share the journey, and to encourage more people to just spend 1 hour every day just creating something, anything, being creative. Because imagine if I do, well, imagine after a year of doing this, there's 365 hours of new creative material, new creative energy, new creative material in my life, new creative energy in the world. That's 365 more than of just sort of unadulterated, untouched, unmanufactured, no rhyme or reason has come into the world that wouldn't have existed otherwise. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, multiply that by 8 billion people. Let's do the maths now. Okay. I should be able to work this out. I'm working this out on ChatGPT because it was just open. Like, I could use a calculator. This is kind of jumping the shark a little bit. ChatGPT to solve an equation. But yeah, according to ChatGPT, if 365 hours multiplied by 8 billion people, and these are like extreme hypothetical numbers. I'm not, this is only just to illustrate a point, but 2.92 trillion hours of creative material, creative energy into the world that otherwise wouldn't have existed if not, not taking the chance. So this is not about having a mission. This is not about, getting people to do this. Like, this is really just for me to just do this. Like, I need to do this. I need to just, be set free. So there's going to be a lot of content. There's going to be a lot of content streamed up. And it's probably just going to be me talking over it. Yeah. But who cares? Like, and I think what I'm going to do is do one show per week that is going to have all the learnings, everything I've sort of done, broken down and sort of cut together in a more formal format. And by formal, I mean like something that's not a live stream. It's just something that's more edited together. So we'll see how it goes. This is the start of the new year. Just like everybody starting a New Year's resolution, this is mine, to be more creative. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, this is just me. I just need to get this out. I get this out in the world, and maybe some people watch. Maybe it might inspire a few to do the same. Maybe just have some cool conversations while we do stuff and try to figure it out. But this is it. So welcome, and let's get started. So I've been seeing a lot of AI stuff lately, and I'm not really that impressed with AI. Well, I am, but let's go Discord. I mean, not Discord, Midjourney. Oh, by the way, the music that I've got is Suno. It kind of sucks. Music gets kicked out. I get like flags for the music that I actually listen to, which kind of sucks because this is what I love. Like this is this is my workflow. Listen to the songs that I love, but I can't. So I'm going to listen to AI music. I started to listen to what do they call it? Royalty free music, stock music. But man, that sucks so hard. It's just like listening to ads, but worse. So I've just gone and thought, well, fuck it. Let's just go do AI. I should probably make my own AI songs. This AI stuff's really crazy. Like, I think stock music sites are in big trouble, honestly. Because, like, when you look at this stuff, when you listen to it, like, it sucks. And, I don't actually want this. But also, I don't want to listen to lyrics while we do this. But we'll just put it on. We'll play it. But anyway, so one of the things I find really hard about using these prompts, or sort of coming up with the image prompts, I find it challenging. Especially now you got all these stylizations, the personalizations. It's really added like so much more fidelity, but I think it's lost a little bit of accessibility, honestly. But one of the things I find challenging with stuff is just coming up with the idea. Like there are some crazy artists that I follow on X, and yeah. So I've just been playing around with making some images. I guess like a part of me is a little bit lost on this stuff because one of the things I loved about doing this stuff was actually creating it. So, having the challenge of, okay, you need to do this in Photoshop. And then you sort of have to break down the elements. You would just be going crazy over Google search, Google Images, searching for, this little bush or this background, these two shoes. And then you'd have to be doing lots of painting and, you'd have to be heaps of painting and heaps of adjustment layers. And yeah, it would probably take hours and hours and hours, but there was a creative journey attached to it. A little bit like drawing in many ways, but I think this might be the same as when, painters feared the photographer. But painting didn't lose its value because photography was instant and accurate and real. They just became different things. So I think AI is probably going to go down that route too. It's just going to be a different thing. I think where it kind of suffers now is it's mimicking what we've already done in the past. Like it's mimicking what's already existed. And I don't think that's the best use case for it. I think that's pretty boring. I want to see, well, what we're going to try and do is like, let's try and do things that aren't possible. And not a sense of like, this is just impossible for an artist to do, or this is impossible for me to do because I don't have that skill set to do that style. I'm not that good of a photographer to do something like that. I think it needs to, I want to push it to what can we do with it that's impossible for human beings to do? Because when I look through every one of these examples, these are just different artists' jobs, different artists, different styles, but they can all be done by human. The fancy part is that all of this stuff can now be done by one person. But let's go further, and it's like what is it something that no person can do? I don't know, but let's try and find something. So I'm just gonna play around with some prompts. Do you know what would be cool? Let's actually mix some, see what happens. We'll go top of day. Kind of like this one. Can we open image in new tab? No, I don't want the image. It's a cool image though. There should be an easier way to load this stuff, but anyway, we'll click on that. So I got you open. So what I'm going to try and do is let's just mix them together. So I've got that, and this is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is let's use this prompt. Then let's use this prompt. I guess I'll take all those. I don't know what's going to happen here, but let's see what happens. Okay, that didn't work. So profile thing's not working. So it's a bit of a mess, but hey, a few other things I've been playing with. It's weird. Yeah, well, I'm not loving it. I think the quality's gone bad. See, what's crazy about this music is, like, it's not bad. What do we listen to? It'd be cool if there was a way I could get this up on screen so I could see it. Anyway. Yeah, so like one of the things I think about is because this is like so simple, well, not simple, but well, it is actually simple. Like once you get the prompt right, you know, it's easy. It's just got to plug it in, ready to go. It's kind of lost the luster to me, if you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, because like to do something like this, I would have to think about, okay, well, how am I going to model that? You know, what sort of plugins would I use? What sort of, you know, how would I get that texture, the lighting, what sort of HDRI, sort of reflection mapping, and then you put it all together, and then you might have to Photoshop some things in, put it together, and it's like, oh, that looks really cool. Because it doesn't have that anymore, I'm just trying to sort of figure out for myself, what is this thing? Oh, sorry, I didn't even have it up. Like, what is this thing in here that is going to renew this interest that I have? Because it's kind of boring in many ways, this stuff. This is pretty cool. Let's go. Yeah. Let's try this one. Oh no. Let's copy, use text. So we'll put that in there. And one thing I've noticed with okay. Sorry, I can't think and talk at the same time. What was I gonna say? All right, so there's a massive prompt. Like, look at that. So who knows what's going to happen here? Whoa, got some boobs. Yeah, this is. Well, there you go. I think where this is obviously going wrong is I've put so much into it. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? I've got some boobs happening with some, looks like some liquids on them. But look how 3D it looks like. It looks like a Final Fantasy level 3D, like from 10, 15 years ago. It's quite ugly. So we've obviously got a lot going on in here that is killing this a bit. So what I'm going to do, this is just experimenting. Let's open up chat and we'll go simplify this Midjourney prompt. Oh, that's what I was going to say about the music. Is that it sucks. Like, oh, the lyrics suck. Midjourney, simplify this Midjourney prompt. Yeah, the lyrics suck. And so I think that's probably what it's going to separate with these AI artists. Well, I think they're just going to be artists. There's no such thing as an AI artist. It's just an artist. Is, when everybody has the advantage, in this case AI, then no one has the advantage. So, okay, I've got that. Let's see what this does. I was hoping it would do something pretty, but I think because there's so many elements competing, it gets confused and just looks really ugly. But you think Midjourney will do something better than that, right? Like these look really sort of rudimentary and ugly, and yeah, showing some boobs. Like I think that's a gun. Melty hand. That's quite creepy. Alright. I don't know if the comp. Let's just try this again, but let's cut some stuff out. Hydro Bio Woman character. So I think that's. But I don't want it to look like a. Let's get rid of clothes. Senior retro. Yeah, let's get rid of that stuff. Yeah. Keep forgetting to switch back over. Yeah, these are not good at all. Yuck. Let's get rid of the editorial style. I don't know what a Hydro Bio Woman is. This is... But I don't want it to be... You know, just a fashion shop. No, anyway. Just experimenting, playing around with this stuff. I think whatever I get, I might animate. Or AI animate. I don't know what's wrong with this stuff. Yuck. Do I just not have Midjourney or something? Why is it... Like, what is this? This stuff's so ugly. Okay, I think we're starting again. This stuff's yuck. Let's take... What can we make? You're interested? Let's use a prompt. Got an email from Twitch. What? Oh my god. Well, I got suspended off Twitch. So, the reason I got suspended for 3 days was sharing content that features nude adults. But that wasn't my fault. That was Midjourney. Fucking hell. So, watching a sexually suggestive movie scene that contains real female nipples. So, this is insane. It's like nipples. Like, there's no context either. So if I were, let's say, we found a Renaissance artist, and we're doing a masterclass on European painting from the Renaissance era. In that context, you know, we're doing something about history. We are doing, you know, we're talking about art history. We could be talking about technique. We could talk about lighting. We could talk about artistic motivations. Is that okay, or is that going to get me banned from Twitch? That song sucks. You know, in the case of porn, yeah, okay, I get it. I get what they're trying to prevent. But in the case of using Midjourney, putting in a prompt, and then it, puts up what it puts up, is that on me or is that on Midjourney? And its ability, because there was no nudity suggested in that prompt. Man, that's so annoying. So it just kind of sucks. So I could be, let's just say this goes further. This will go further. And, there's a lot of eyeballs and a lot of people looking at it, and there's a community built around it. And then suddenly gets taken down or banned permanently because an AI software, which we don't really have any control over its output, we can sort of frame and provide the sandbox in which it will generate something, but we don't have any control over what it actually puts out. It could be a glitch on their system, but but again, there's no context taken into any of this. There's no context about what we're trying to do here, which is just exploring art style. So it's pretty fucked. And it's like, who are they protecting? This is the internet. Turn on the news, people blowing up. And yeah, it's fucked. And how can they get to decide? Yes, I know it's their service, it's their company. And, if I want to create a competing stream, then I should have a free-for-all. But what is this? Facial documentary. Futuristic face mask with headphones. Look at this. That looks horrible. Yeah, it's just like getting banned for, what we're trying to do is explore AI itself. These actually are really bad generations. So, like, this stuff. Let's find the one. Let's find the one that got me kicked off. That one. Oh my god. It's not the fact that these look horrible. Yeah, no. Anyway, well, this is a great start to the first creative hour. Get kicked off one of the platforms. Oh well. Shit happens. See, this is just like, I find this stuff kind of boring. So I want that exactly. Hello. Just testing my sound levels. I think they should be okay. I'll try this one again. I do quite like the simple prompts. Oh, another thing that really annoys me is this subscription thing. It's where I hate it how it doesn't accrue. It feels like it's theft. Because if you don't use it for a month, then you're not really paying for anything because you haven't used it. Like, you haven't utilized their service, you haven't spun any CPU cycles, any GPU, and you haven't used up any bandwidth, but you still have to pay for the privilege of just having it. And if you decide to use it next month, then you're capped. It's like, well, you just stole a month from me. It's a rip-off. I hate it. So these look pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just find this stuff kind of a bit boring. How do we make this interesting, or what is there something? Let's go on Pinterest. Maybe I don't want to be an AI artist. I don't know. It's a crazy world at the moment. You know, got yeah, it's just a crazy world at the moment. So I hope there's like an ad on here that doesn't get me potentially kicked off either. I can't control the ads I get. I'm like, what the fuck is this ad? That's an ad. Ads suck a lot. It's like, I'm getting ads for this stuff. Like, this is clearly not something that I'm gonna buy. And it's targeting me based upon because I look at it. And we're even just like hovering over it now, which is, you know, just giving the algorithm even more, you know, juice to play with and thinking that this is what we're going to buy. And I think it's really dishonest. So if you're an advertiser, you will see the performance marketing side of things. It will say that you've got, you've had so many clicks, so many impressions, so many views per blah, blah, blah. And then sort of think about conversions. But I'm only looking at this because I find it, you know, quite tantalizing to look at. Not because I'm the market. So anyway, I don't know how that works. So let's just try something. Let's plug one of these in to the system. So we'll go copy image. We go up here. And it's pretty interesting. Copy image. I think I'll try this once. And then we did say we'll go UFC futuristic fight. We'll go 2072 years 2072. Let's see what that does. I don't know why the quality's so bad on this stuff. Like, is there something that I'm doing wrong? Maybe. So I wonder if I get... How come I don't get kicked off for a female nipple? Maybe it's this weird thing. Let's go... Okay, let's see what this does. It might have been my settings. It's really low quality, isn't it? Like, I don't know what's happening with Midjourney. I can't use that for anything. Who's my account? Alright, let's just try and make this then. I think it's just my prompting. I'm just not putting enough of that prompting. It'd be a pretty cool thing. Mask. Maybe I should have a mask. What do you think? God, I'm still bummed out that I don't have Twitch anymore for 3 days. Just for something I don't, you know. So how annoying is that? I'm gonna hide some of this stuff. It's really shit. You can't delete it either, I don't think. Hide. God. It's not even a real female nipple. This stuff's pretty cool. I don't know what this is. Like a red baboon ass. I think... Oh, look at that. See, here's the crazy part. This stuff won't get you kicked off. And I don't know what's happening here. The sea and the ocean inspired by the movies. Anamorphic. Let's see what else. Log footage. Yeah, there's nothing to that. My prompts always come out really shit. My prompts are good when I copy other people, but they're not that good when I do them by myself. Now let's put this music back on. I was listening to Wu-Tang before, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I just... Oh, man. Close up. We'll close up. We'll go 65 mil. Excuse me. Next song. Let's try this. We'll do another one. We'll go 100 mil. I guess I could storyboard one of these up. Go Pro. Next arm. I think that's the thing about AI. It just kind of lacks soul. GoPro. And also as a creator, I kind of don't know how to use this stuff. It does look like a GoPro. So I want to do like a whole. Let's go. Interesting. Because I think I'm just spoiled as well. Like this stuff is so incredible. That'd be a cool album cover. Maybe let's make one of these an album cover. I think that one's a little bit on the nose. Just look like too much like one. I think I like. It's like a Christmas. I think this one's speaking to me. Or that one. No, I think it's that one. That's the one. That's the album cover. Alright, we're going to use that. We're going to download it. We got it. Here it is. This is pretty insane for an AI mix. And let's make this a... Let's get rid of all this shit. Make this... I think I'm still paying for Runway. Let me just check. I might just unsubscribe from Runway. Alright. Oops. I don't want to steal my password, so we'll turn that screen off. Not that you can, but now I'm just going to see if I'm paying for Runway, because I've got so many subscription things, I kind of forget. I just kind of forget like what I've got. Oh, so I pay $15 a month. I might have to unsubscribe from this month because yeah, I've been paying for it for a while and I barely ever used it. Select an asset. Downloads. Yeah, so it's in home. Just gonna generate it, see what happens. I think what I might do is I think I might have music come into my headphones but not going into the stream. Because I can't listen to this music anymore, it sucks. That was quick. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, let's download it. So well, that's what we got. Let's go. Grab an After Effects. We're gonna do something with this. I don't know yet. Word of the day, we could just call it okay, black. Fuck, this music sucks. Let's just go home. Just give me the best songs today. Like, Showcase, Bossa Nova. This whole AI conversation is quite, it's quite fascinating. Okay, it's going to go black. It's like there's a lot of fear and around it, and it's like, look what I'm doing. Like, who's really scared of this stuff? It's kind of cool in the black. I've been using Gothic font a lot lately. I really enjoy it. Well, I think today's lesson is avoid nipples. Black cats. It's got black cats. The lucky black cats. Well, we're gonna start a band, the Lucky Black Cats. Is what it is. I'm gonna do something else. Actually, I'm going to just create. It's funny that my instincts go to. Excuse me. My instincts go to creating commercial work because that's what I'm so used to. I think that like a part of what I want to do here is to like let go of commercial. I don't hate commercial stuff. Like it has a place. Just I'm a bit tired of doing it. So wow. Let's just break all convention. Do it backwards. Why? Because I want to. It's funny, like my brain is thinking, no, this is not how you do it. It's focusing on the kerning and it's gotta be like that. But that's, I think like with this stuff is, I think there's a liberation in thinking, why do I have to use complementary colors? I'm trying to make everything match, but why? And it's funny, it's like my brain is going, and this sucks. But okay, but no, sometimes you just got to do things just because you want to, not because they have to make sense. I do want to sort of get in the same realm. I do like green, just got to make the green work. That's very ugly, isn't it? It doesn't matter. This is part of like what I'm trying to achieve, is just to break free from these constraints of, you know, it's got to be this or it's got to be that. But again, I just want to be free. Just want to be free. I think what I'll do, actually I'll export these all for model assets. I don't know what the fuck that is. That can come. Export. There you go. Cool, I'm gonna go black. Actually, I'm gonna start a project. I'm gonna call this Black Cats Lucky. I think I might just start one of these folders every time, so go to here. Where's my AI or die? I don't know why my Illustrator keeps doing this when I export. For some reason it keeps it as a temp. Okay. Let's go to assets. Let's load up. Fix. I might just grab that and that. I'll take that in there too. Why not? Brain twinkles, what's that? Yeah. Interesting music. Okay, we'll turn you off now. Egyptian dance party. Okay, 300. I used to be a motion graphics artist, and I did commercials for 10 years. And I had such a suite of tools. I haven't done it in about 7 years, so maybe, no, it wouldn't be that long. Yeah, actually 7 years. Wow, that's been a long time. So I've almost not done for as long as I did it. Wow. But it's funny. I, you know, I just don't forget how to do this stuff, like working After Effects. I used to find After Effects a lot of fun. One of the things I used to find really fun was doing a lot of 2.5D stuff. Like I used to find myself just getting sort of drawn in. Maybe I should just get back into doing that stuff. It was a lot of fun. Like from the world of Andrew Kramer. So I'm just playing around. Let's see what happens. And again, we listen to AI music still. I love how this has like anti-aliased edges, aliased edges. Well, Yeah, this music's tough. It's pretty ugly. It's funny doing this stuff because, yeah, you don't want it to be ugly, but hey, this is a part of the journey. Let's go add some grain into this. So I think might have. Very strange, but hey, it's kind of nice just doing something for the sake of doing. I'm gonna have some grain textures somewhere. I'm gonna find them. Well, I really should save these, put them somewhere. Okay, I think I should set that up actually. Just feel like I need a layer on top that just brings it all together. Let's go channel blend. No, I don't want to blend. The fuck is this song? I'm not really keen on fucking around with this too much. Because that's pretty cool. I think that this. No, it's too much. Alright, that's done. Let's just upload to X. Why not? I'll have to figure some way to put all this stuff. Oh, I guess that's what, like, I'll do at the end of all this is post on X. Well, it's 2:12. That was one of the first just free, open, creative hour, creative sessions. Oh, excuse me, I'm very tired. Time to get to bed. Generally, one of my little kids, he wakes up in the evening, so anyway, he wakes up in like an hour or so to be put back to bed, so better get ready for that. Some of these songs are pretty cool, aren't they? All right, I'll see you tomorrow when we do it all again. Adios.